Yeah. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Artist Uncut. I'm your host, Kwame Siegel. Yo, we got something really lit for you today. I got my man, aka Mr. VA, aka Mr. North Carolina, aka Light Skin, Mr. Trap Trap. What's up, KBG Bando? What's up, my guy?
How you doing, bro?
Blessings, King. Good to see
Yeah,
you, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You here in LA right now? How you been?
I've been good, bro. Just working,
Working
working
in the
nonstop.
studio.
Yeah.
What's that like? What's that like?
It's kind of like my natural habitat, bro. Like,
Oh,
yeah, like I just feel comfortable when I'm in there. This was my one of my first times ever going to the studio out here in LA. I always go back home, you know what
mm.
I mean? But I had a ball last night. Like I stayed in there from 8 last night, 8 at night to like 6 this morning.
Yo, the grind is real.
Yeah.
So let me ask, so when you in the studio, are you gonna like have the baddies in there, like you know what I'm saying, behind the glass? And like how do you like it set for yourself? Are you smoking session? What you like?
Sometimes, like, to be honest, I don't really have the vibes in there like that. Like, I know a lot of artists do, and if they in there, it don't bother me. But me, like, when I'm working on my craft, bro, I'm just kind of one with the music. It's just really, most of the time, it just be me and my engineer. I don't even have a lot of friends there a lot of times. Like, when I go, I just really like to go by myself a lot of times.
Okay, KBG, like tell the people your acronym, like how did that come about?
It all started at one of my buddies' grandma's house, man. We used to all go there when I like right after high school. We used to chill and smoke. You know, one day we was all thinking about doing like a rap group originally. That's why the KBG started, and it stands for Country Bread Gang. But and it's not like a gang; it's just a group. We just named it that. You know what I'm saying? We ran with it, but it's country instead of C is with a K. And cause CBG sound out, but KBG just got a more little ring to it. So we like, yeah, we're gonna go with that. And except for Country Bread Gang, and me and my best friend made it.
Okay. When I listen to your music, it's hard to decipher exactly where you from because
Yeah,
I hear the Southern draw, I love it, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
your
no,
beats are
well,
fire. Tell us about that whole synergy.
well, like I always liked it rap music from all over. I've been a music head since the jump. I mean, my mama R&B, Lil Betty Wright, so I got a lot of different sounds, you know what I mean, of music that I listen to. Um, but my beat selection is kind of crazy, bro, because I listen to Detroit music, I listen to West Coast music, I listen to New York music, I listen to South music. So it's like, any beat you could give me, I'm gonna probably get on it, you know what I mean? So my beat selection, you might hear any type of beat at any time on anything I do, far as musically. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. So, um, young KBG in the day, like who inspired you to get into the game? Who you say, you know what, man, I can really fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? I can really show them what I'm about
yeah.
and what I want to hear, my voice. Like
Mhm.
who inspired you to get into the game? Like, yo, I want to do this.
Um, inspire me wise, or do you mean like personally, or maybe musically, like people that already do music? Am I through?
Yeah.
Or pick my some
Exactly.
musically, I would say, of course, it gotta be Future or Gucci.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're my favorite artists. Like I grew up like a big Gucci fan. Like I'm talking about 6
Swing my door, all of that.
You know what I'm saying? I know it
Yeah.
by heart. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's my type of music I grew up on too. Like, other than what my mom listened to or whatever. When I was sneaking listening to my hood music that would be cussing and stuff, you know what I mean? That's then the artists I would mainly listen to.
You know, it's funny when you say musically and personally, like somebody like the GOAT, like the B.I.G., Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, y'all have the same background. You have a daughter yourself.
yeah.
Tell us about how it is grinding on the way up, being a girl dad.
Man, it to me, I ain't gonna say it stopped the process, but it kind of put a pause, man, because I love my daughter so much. And it was like, I think if I would have had a little boy, it'd have been kind of more like tug them on with me. But with her, it was more so like I kind of want to protect her. I mean, I know how this industry is. I know how the game is. You know what I mean? I know the drug game, everything kind of tie in with the music. Um, so I kind of, when I found out I was having a daughter, I kind of pushed away from music actually more. I kind of took more so of a break and just get myself mentally and physically prepared to have a daughter. You know what I mean? So I kind of actually laid back from the music as far as a girl dad. But I think overall it helped the process tremendously. because it matured me as a man in the business aspect of the rap. You know what I mean? I'm prepared for it just from all the things I learned.
It made you grow overnight, 100 years overnight, right?
Oh man, what?
So let me ask you, are you still with the baby mama?
No, it's crazy you say that. we we've been together, we was together pretty much 6 years, you know what I'm saying? Almost, it was 6 years, almost 7. And we actually split our ways, I say probably about 4 months ago now. You know what I mean? So I'm actually just getting back used to being out here with these wolves now. So it's real.
Come on, you're in LA now, man.
Oh my
You
god.
gotta get used to it, man. This is Concubine Central,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So let me ask you this. So being a girl dad, being a rapper, being from the gutter with the trap and all of that.
Yeah.
So what did you learn from your daughter that now you might behave and move different when you date women?
Yeah, I learned a lot towards that too. Just, the way you talk to women, bro. And I want perfect. I don't think none of us men is perfect, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm 26 now, so, you know, I grew as a man with my baby mother, with having my daughter. My daughter's 5 now. So I grew a lot during the process, and I just learned, it taught me more so to respect women as a whole. I grew up, I had my dad in my life, go every other weekend, but I grew up a mom's son, you know what I mean? Like a mama's boy. Like, so my mom always worked 2, 3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? So the typical story everybody can kind of relate to, you know what I mean? But I grew up with my grandmother a lot. My grandmother and my mom, especially my grandmother, was heavy in the church. I always went to church growing up. Um, the typical background, but my uncles, you know what I mean, and a lot of my men family member are that street mentality, that street life, you know what I'm saying?
And it comes across in your music. I can hear all of that. So let me ask you this. What's your creative process like? I mean, do you like write, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, hand and pen? Do you just say it into record into a microphone and you save it in your phone? Like what's your creative process?
To be honest, I just go, bro. Like I said, I don't write really. Every now and then.
So you mean everything that we hear is freestyle?
Yeah, everything.
You like Jay-Z, like one take this and I like
I ain't gonna say I one take. Sometimes I will. Some songs are actually one take, but mainly I punch in the newer style most of all rappers kind of use now. So what I do, let's say we put on a beat right now, I'll be listening to that beat live, and then some come my head, I just lay it down, and then I just go bar by bar like that, and because it makes my delivery a little more crisp too, because I'm only worried about delivering that one bar the best I can, you know what I'm saying? And then I come right behind it and keep going. And then it's crazy to hear it go bar by bar, and then at the end you got a whole song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my engineer, he said last night, I let him hear a lot. I'm a studio junkie too. Uh, our music's never been something that really paid me until, here recently. And I, did it for fun. So it was never like nothing I was stressing to get done, or it was just, so I would just get in there and vibe. But like the past 2 weeks, I probably did like 40, 50 songs.
Yo, like that.
Yeah, seriously.
Young little Wayne, huh? You just got nothing but material.
Yeah, I just love doing it too, but like I said, I've been doing music I started like 6, 7 years ago, but it'll be here and there. I do a song here. I might record once every 3 months. But now that this is kind of like my life, becoming my life now. It's like, what? I can do this all day. I get to actually, like, this is something that I used to do just for fun. And now it's like I'm actually being able to turn it into a career. It's crazy.
It's beautiful. You get to eat and sleep it now, and you don't really have a passion for it. So you said you was a mama's boy.
Yeah.
You have any siblings?
No, I'm the only child.
You have an only child.
Yeah.
So you kind of have, like, you know what I'm saying, a chip on your shoulder when you rap, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. I kind of, you know what I mean? And I always been kind of popular, I guess. Always played sports, football, basketball. And this is the surprising thing. A lot of people don't believe kind of when I say this, but I got our credentials to back up pictures, trophies, everything. But I grew up racing dirt bikes, doing motocross.
Oh, Papa Willie's on niggas?
Yeah, not just that, jumps, like James Stewart type shit.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Right, motocross, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little different where I grew up in a rural area, you know what I'm saying? And I was like always one of the only black kids to be doing it. You know what I mean?
That's lit. That's lit. You know, and it's so crazy because I feel like I know when I was young, I used to play baseball, and like,
Mhm.
I mean, I was like the only black player and the
Yeah.
black pitcher and everything like that. And then when you grow up, it's like you gravitate to doing other things. And
Mhm.
I think that like you know, when we're younger, those are times that really let us know what we can do when we're
Yeah.
older. Because like you said, now you shine alone.
No,
You know, from so I know you from the VA area. So we talking about Redskins. What's your team? What's your team?
I'm a Pittsburgh fan.
Oh, Pittsburgh. How that happen?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
How that happen?
My pops, man, I got baby pictures in Pittsburgh jerseys. My pops, my oldest uncle, which was like my second pops, my Uncle Gary, shout out Uncle Gary. Um, he a Pittsburgh fan, you know what I'm saying? Most of my uncles, they're Dallas. My mom Pittsburgh fan,
Oh,
you know what
wow.
I'm saying? So I just got me a red eye Hellcat not too long ago, the Charger, and I actually got the interior custom done to be black and yellow too.
Oh, it's on some Wiz Khalifa shit.
There we go. I fuck with Wiz too. Shout out
Okay.
Wiz.
Okay. Well,
Like,
there it is. We gotta do a track with my man.
yeah, hell yeah,
You know?
yeah. I actually shout out referenced them in one of my songs, one of my newer songs I ain't dropped yet. It's unreleased. You know what I mean? But I fuck with Wiz. I grew up on Wiz very heavy, watching his day-to-day videos, smoking. You know what I mean? And and I'm trying to push that VA culture now. Bud's legal there now. Uh, they're supposed to be bringing dispensaries. I forgot the exact date. It's coming up. You know what I mean? But Virginia is really trying to brand itself, and we've never really had that big rap artist. Like we had Chris Brown,
Mhm.
Trey Songz. These guys are they're from probably 2 hours away from where I'm from, you know what I mean? But I've never met them or never seen them NBA or whatever. I don't know if they still go back or whatever, but I'm still really invested in my community, you know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask you this. We talk about the creative process.
Mm.
How's the business process?
Yeah.
Are you independent? Are you open to signing with a major? Touring. Tell me more.
Okay, I got you. Far as that, I'm independent.
Okay.
Far as signing with a label, I mean, if it made sense, you know what I mean, just to have that big push behind me.
Now, we say makes sense. Are we talking about, just dropping a quarter mil advance on you, a half mil? Like, what would it take for you?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. They gonna have to bring it bad. You know what I mean? Cause I just not even on no biggie stuff, and like I done accomplished so much. It's just I know my worth. I know how many songs I got that's done, that's fired, that's ready. I got music videos that's done and ready.
Mm.
Uh, I just done put so much time and effort and money invested. I probably invested. I don't even want to say the amount in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
a crazy amount. I could have bought a nice car with it. You know what I mean, so and my business is before music then did pretty good. So I'm pretty financially stable right now. So like I said, if a label come, they gonna have to come correct for sure.
Y'all hear that right now.
Yeah.
So I've seen your videos, your stage performance. Tell me what it feels like being in front of the audience in a live crowd like that.
Man, when I first started rapping, bro, I used to do the little free shows, and you have to even pay to go perform. So that gave me a lot of experience, and it sucks going up in front of a crowd, and they don't know who the hell you are. Never heard your stuff. You got to get up there and try to make them like it. So that's where I started from. So now that people actually know my music and know who I am, it makes it so much. I love it, bro. I got booked. I've been back dropping music for 2 weeks now, and the second week I got booked for 4 performances end up, but it was only supposed to be one. Shout out Tim Boss. You know what I mean? My boy from being Raleigh, North Carolina, I own a couple clubs. Big
Yep.
promoter.
Okay.
He didn't book some of the biggest artists you can ever think of in North Carolina. So he brought me out, and I've never really performed for him or whatever. Like I said, I just started back doing music, dropping music 2 weeks ago.
And now he's booking you like crazy.
Man, when I did that first one, he like, yo, you just shot me, bro. I ain't know it was people was gonna fuck with that hard. Cause he had heard some of my songs, but he hadn't really heard it yet. And I ended up doing 3 more performances that weekend. I did 1 more that night, and then I did 2 more the next night.
That's lit. So, I mean, is there any chance that we're gonna see you collaborating with the other North Carolina cats like, the Baby, Petey
Yeah.
Pablo, J. Cole. Like,
Yeah.
tell me, how do you feel about those other?
Uh, I mean, I'm down to work with anybody. I got a crazy story I'm gonna tell y'all about the baby. I already got a song with. I don't know if you ever familiar with Stunner for Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
then him have a track together.
Oh, that's fire.
And you go on YouTube too. We got like a little vlog, when we was making the song. Cause I used to have dreads and stuff too. So a lot of people, it's kind of like I started back rapping with a new identity. You know what I'm saying? I used to have long dreads, blah blah. So that's kind of like the bando everybody used to seeing and hearing. But now it's a new one. New and improved, smarter. I still got all them trap instincts in me. They'll never leave.
Oh yeah.
That's just where I feel home at. Wherever I go, any city I go to, that's just what I attract, kinda. And when I say trap, I don't mean negativity. I don't encourage drug dealing. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't promote none of that stuff. It's just, I just know what I know, you know what I mean? And those type of people make me feel at home for real, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I grew up around.
So you don't even feel the danger, the element of violence at all?
Nah, most of the time, and I'm smart. Now when it pop up and it's finna go down, I know to get the hell on if it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Um, but I grew up with a lot of violent situations happen very firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a lot of messed up things. That's like this tattoo right here. I got these prayer hands.
Psalms 23, that's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, I actually got those because when one of my close cousins got shot in the face right there. He survived. He's doing a great shot. Polo. One of my big cousins that still, push me with the music. I just talked to him yesterday, matter of fact. Call and check on me, make sure I'm doing good, make sure look cuz good. But yeah, somebody tried to rob him and shot him right there. That's just one little instinct. That was probably 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, I just, I've been around it, man. It's just life. They actually called Martinsville Murderville. Um, Martinsville need a lot of light on it, bro. Not, for the bad things, but it's a lot of tremendous things that happen there. You know what I mean? That you probably would hear about. It's like, damn, for real. But you never know because it's just a small little town. But it's a lot of other big artists that's going, that's from there. I got a lot of friends that rap. Shout out Shock, uh, ADG Satch, my little cousin. I got little cousins or brothers that's hard.
Yeah.
Shout out Lil Step. Um, I don't know if you heard of the dude 1800 Rugrat, the white guy that be rapping or whatever.
That's your people?
Yeah, nah, but I got my own version of that. My buddy Gav, you know what I mean? Gav, well, they call him Lil Gav, but he a white guy, you know what I mean? But he hard, bro. He got the style, he got the flow, you know what I'm saying? So we got a hell of a team coming, bro. And I'm just pushing it because I know if I can get us out there, what we can do, if we ever get seen.
Okay, so let me tell you this right now. You seem like a man with integrity. You know the streets.
Yeah.
You know what's expected of you. You know you always got a bag, so you really ain't trying to, bend, submit to anybody's standards but your own. So what would you do? And what do you say to somebody like Snoop and Nelly and Rick Ross that they are greatest rappers? We're all bigger fans of them.
Yeah.
But they took that check from, our President Trump.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Uh,
If KBGB Bando right now, they put 5 mil on the table for Trump, would you perform or not?
it's kind of hard to say because I don't really get into politics. Like I say, I'm from.
But would you turn down that check?
Nah, hell no, I'm getting that money.
You cannot get that.
I'm getting that money.
Get
you know what I
money.
mean? Because at the end of the day, the politics gonna be the politics if I get the money or not. You know what I mean? Is Trump gonna be Trump or Biden gonna be Biden or whoever? Kamala gonna be Kamala. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a chance for me to get 5 million to help my family and provide for my situation, then we gonna go get that.
That's the thing about it. Like people don't understand. Like in the history of humanity, like think about Napoleon, Mansa Musa, Alexander the Great. For you to make 5 million legally
One time,
after 20 minutes set,
profit.
come
Right
on,
here, it's in my
man.
head.
Come on, man. So I think what's so crazy is that, as black people, we're harming each other. But we have big hearts and we need forgive. You know what I'm saying? We can forgive. Let's forgive those dudes early instead of, you know what I'm saying, waiting till later. That's how I feel about it,
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
So what is your bucket list? Like, who would you love to work with and do some tracks with?
And I've been waiting for these questions, you know what I'm saying? Uh, for real, like I say, of course, Future, Gucci, um, some of them South legends, bruh. Far as I actually worked with a big artist that just signed me. Yo Gotti, the Zillionaire Duck. We got a song and video out on YouTube right now. That's my boy from Dallas. That was somebody that I really wanted to work with. I got a big song with a up and coming artist named Baby Mel from Alabama. Them boys going hard. Then I got another song with a big artist named Fat Mac. He did a song YTB Fat, the artist that signed the Money Bag Yo. He's did a lot of, big songs with people too, and he just dropped a new album. That's my boy. Shout out Mac, shout out Mel. Those are artists I already work. I kind of, far as up and coming artists, I kind of done work with everybody I wanted to.
Yeah.
But of course, the legends like Future and Gucci for real.
Okay, KBG.
Mm.
Now you in some trap, you know what I'm saying, music slash drill, whatever.
Yeah,
Who would you want to do like a R&B, you know what I'm saying, collab with?
yeah, I love R&B music. Like, don't let the I don't listen with Mary J. Like I said,
Who would you like to work with from that aspect?
uh, I probably, bro, OG Mary J. Like, I would love to work with Mary J. right now if I have.
We up there,
I shoot big. I'm shooting for the small.
as you there.
Crazy.
You already here.
I mean,
Yeah.
my mama love Mary J. too. Like Mary J. Blige, like as a class, you probably play any old school Mary J. I'm probably gonna know it.
That's what's
So I
up.
ain't from just riding in the car with my mom, going to football practice. You know what I mean? Wherever we go, 9, 10, Mary J. gonna come on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we was talking about you and a Hellcat and everything like that. And,
Yeah, I got one.
and you always outside.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so were people already assuming that you were a rapper before you were a rapper?
When I went to other places, of course, yeah, but where I'm from, everybody know everybody. So they already knowing how I am. They know, like I said, my family, my grandfather was a mechanic, my dad's dad. Um, so my whole family is known for fast cars, racing. Like I said, I grew up racing dirt bikes. My dad grew up drag racing. My uncle drag race. I grew up being one of the kids at the drag strips, wiping the pebbles off the tires. And my uncle been did a burnout on his motorcycle.
Oh yeah?
You know what I mean? My dad, one of the baddest dudes. That's why I can't wait to get all this stuff on camera, like my vlogs. And, I'm going to do a YouTube with like my outdoor, cause I still ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes heavily, aggressive, you know what I mean? So, and I think people would love to see this stuff because I can actually ride my ass off. So I think that'll be a great aspect to bring, content and stuff. But, so I'm just ready to get all that going too with the dirt bikes and the country boy culture, you know what I mean? The KBG culture.
You gotta share that with the world.
Yeah, for sure.
So now you're on your pursuit. You know what I'm saying? You study in a studio.
Yeah.
You got your daughter.
Mhm.
Is are you waiting to find that Miss Right, or can it happen? Do you believe in that, or you just gonna have, you know, like a lot of hoes on deck, polygamy? Like, what's your style? Like, what do you see future with like having a woman in your life?
Um,
Do you
I-
believe in marriage?
yeah, of course, of course. I don't know if this one makes sense when I say it, but I kind of think I already had Miss Right. I don't think I know that sounds crazy, right? Um, I think I kind of messed it up being young and dumb, man.
How'd you fuck it off? What you mean? What happened?
Just being young and dumb, like I said, not knowing how to respect a woman yet, not knowing or not looking at things from her perspective sometimes. I think us men too, don't get it twisted. I'm all for us men, you know what I mean? But I also, from having a daughter, I kind of tapped in from that aspect because I look at certain things like, when I want somebody to do my daughter like that, when I do certain things or say certain shit, So I caught myself, saying things I shouldn't say to women before or acting certain ways. And, we all that did, if you don't, there's some people ain't gonna admit it. And some men have probably never did certain things. They were brought up the right way and really stuck to it. Like I think we all should. But, women now though, they'll run over top of you, let them now. So I'm not saying be soft or let no woman run over top of you or don't put your foot down. but I'm just saying it's a way to do it, you know. And my baby mother, shout out Jordan, you know what I mean? She taught me a lot, and you know.
So that's the one you lost. That's the one you did.
Yeah,
So you can't reconcile like I mean, I don't know.
right. I'm not saying it's ever like fully over or whatever. I don't know what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just we in our own space. She doing her thing. I'm doing mine. Um, you know, I done messed up before. So little things when I would do the music, she probably think I'm off cheating or doing other little things. So that kind of slowed my music career down. Uh, so it's like now we both just she going back to school for her RN. She doing damn good for herself. So everything, we still talk. I just talked to her this morning. She called and checked on me while I was out here. We still good, you know what I mean?
That's
But
what
we still both understand what's going on. Like she do her thing, I do mine. And, you know, we both chasing our dreams and our careers. So, you know, we still a team. We just get it done.
just giving each other space for that.
There you go.
Okay, another thing I learned from your videos and everything like that, you really into fashion. You know, you got the Supreme, you know, warm up top and everything like that.
Fashion, yeah.
So, do you have a stylist? Do you how are you paying attention? Where do you shop at? You know what I'm saying? Do you shop online? Do you go to Rodeo? Like, what? Tell me.
Far as shopping, I usually mess with Neiman's or this store called Request, shout out Request in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
That's where I got this at. They keep me laced, my boy in the elite. He keep me drilled down, you know what I'm saying? But I keep up with my fashion. I don't necessarily have a stylist. I call him sometime like, yo, what y'all got in? You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And then I get there and then, you know, I pick out what I want. But Gunner, shout out Gunner too. Gunner used to, you know what I mean? I don't got nothing to do with this situation, you know, they always the snitch stuff or whatever. I don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Would you like his style of dressing?
Yeah, he kind of real Boston Richie too. I kind of like his style a little bit. Real Boston Richie style kind of remind me of mine a little bit. You
Okay.
know, with the dressing, like his, you know, it has that kind of new style to it, but it also kind of have that OG to it. Like I said, like the jersey kind of, but it's a Supreme jersey. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm definitely in the fact like I got the Louis V's on right now.
I see what you're doing, man. You got that shit on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a fashion head for sure.
That's what's up. So I mean, the sponsors and brands gotta look at you right here. This guy
It was nice. Yeah. They had to tap in with me, man, because I think honestly, not too my own horn or not being biggity, but with the marketing team and media team I'm with right now, I think the sky's the limit. It's up to
talk
me.
your shit. Talk your
Yes, I think it's up to me how hard I want to work or how big I want to go with it, how big this thing can be, bro. I picture myself next year being one of the biggest artists in the world, bro.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, like I said in one of my other songs that ain't released, I said one of the lyrics was like, next year I'm gonna be on Rolling Loud. You know what I mean? I really feel that way. I feel like, you know, this is my life. I never pushed music like this. And I done still did tremendous things with it. Now that I'm doing it full time, this is the only thing I'm doing. I'm not worried about nothing else. I'm not other than my daughter and my mom, you know, the people I name that I care about. Other than them, bro, it's straight music. It's my life right now, you know what I'm saying?
Man, so tell the people where they can find you, your social media. Let's hear it.
My social medias are all pretty much the same. KBG Bando, Instagram, my YouTube, if you want to look up, you know, my music videos, KBG Bando. I'm on all platforms. Um, Spotify, Apple Music. I've been dropping EPs and albums back to back. Like,
Okay.
just getting it out because I got so much music stacked up, bro. I got to get some of this stuff out, this content, and you know, some of this music. But I actually got another album. I got 2, 3 albums already done. I got 2 of them with the cover already done.
Oh, that's lit. That's
You
lit.
know what I mean? So I'm very excited to looking forward to getting all this.
What's your favorite platform? I know you said Apple, Spotify, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Like what do you personally like to lean, you know, the most on?
My city so rural. Everybody's always kind of been straight Facebook action.
Oh yeah.
So you know, that's where I had the most followers at. You know, they kind of switched Facebook to kind of like follower thing. I got like 6K on there almost.
Okay.
But Instagram right now.
Okay.
We use a lot of Snapchat too. Snapchat is more so where I, you know, to show like my friends and stuff like what I'm doing. So I just post on my story kind of, and that just keep a, you know, and I talk to more so my friend, you know, like people I actually know. And then Instagram is more so me showing like my fans and like actual people I don't know what I got going on. You know what I mean? And that's new to me.
Yeah.
Cause you know, I'm from the streets. So I kind of grew up kind of being incognito.
And aside from the camera, right?
There you go. Yeah, I know I'm not letting the right hand know what the left hand doing,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. That's what my grandmother taught me. So and I've been coming to LA. I've been coming out here, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm just able to show these people I'm coming out here riding Maybachs and actually being able to post it. So that's new to me. I've been coming out here riding Maybachs. So
Dang.
I'm just actually able to show my life
And
now.
embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't get no static, nothing like that from no audience. You minding your own business and doing your thing.
And one of them guys and all that beefing, like, you know what I mean? Of course, we didn't all had disagreements with other people, you know what I mean? But I'm the type of guy, if I can avoid it, I'm avoid it because I know how I am. You know, once I get there, we're going to handle this situation. Like, man, we go out with it, tussle a little bit, whatever. If it got to get to that point, if it's that serious where we can't come to a agreement or figure something out that we feel like we need to put our hands on each other, then that'll be what we'll have to do and we'll be fine after that, you know. But now it's hard to say that. These boys, they want to pop you. You be one of these, what they call YNs. You be one of these YNs up right now, man. You might go in the box. So, you know, I kind of stay out the way. So I don't have no reason to even beef with nobody for real. So
There we go. KBB Bando, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Any shouts, you know what I'm saying, before we go?
yeah, I definitely got to shout out the whole KBG movement. All my boys that stuck with me. Uh, all my family members and friends that actually believed in me. A lot of people, when I told them, you know, from my area that I was going to try music, even before I started, they looked at me like I was talking about joining the circus. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the real,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now everybody, I like they've been believing in the whole time, but they did. But you know, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out Morrinsville, Henry County, aka Murderville, you know, Bassett, Virginia, you know. Shout out the whole mob, man, and all the local artists, you know what I mean? Everybody think I done went Hollywood already. Like, I kind of forgot about everybody. I ain't been home in like 2-3 weeks because I've been just straight traveling, working, you know, setting up everything. And everybody feel like I done forgot about them. I ain't forgot about y'all. When I get home, we working. I'm working with all my boys, you know, go and get these songs out the way. Cause I think this thing really finna go to the next level, bro.
Hey, brother, you got that motion, man. I'm proud of you, King. You know what I'm saying? Keep on doing your thing. Yo, it's Artist Uncut. Once again, your host, Kwame Siegel, man. Y'all continue having a blessed day and check us out.
Shout out KBG Bando. Y'all go look me up on all platforms. KBG Bando. We out.